Hello, right, so new week, Monday, sunny but oddly chilly, but nonetheless warm in here because of lovely wall insulation. So we're going to continue where we left off of that. I didn't do any work over the weekend because, well, kids, you know what it's like. We might not, but trust me, when you have kids, sometimes it takes up a lot of your time. And mine are definitely a handful. So let's get this wall finished and then I'll either do the bracket for the bed, or I'll do the diesel heater, or I'll start on getting the solar panel on and the electronics in. I'm not sure which way I'll go on that. I guess I'll just find out, and so will you guys, because it'll just eventually be done. I'm not 100% sure. Let's just see how it plans out. Now, with the wool insulation, as I was doing it on Friday or Thursday, it was Thursday, I got a little bit worried that I didn't have enough wool insulation to do what I needed to do. So again, another testament to how good Shaw Vans are. I phoned them up and spoke to them on the phone and said, I'm a little bit worried that I don't have enough. And sure enough, they sorted me out straight away. And I had the delivery on the Friday, which was brilliant. So yeah, extra, extra wool just in case. And if all else fails and I don't need it, then I've got spares for the van after this one. Yeah. So hello. Right, so it's another day. I ran out of the wool. Sod's law. I've got another batch due today or tomorrow, so I'll be able to finish the last bits there. But I need to get sorted putting the brackets up for the bed. Now I'm going with the IKEA bracket, but the way I want the bed, I want the bed a bit higher up. So rather than riveting down below, and having it very low to the ground, I want it a bit higher up. So trying my best to reuse materials, so less impact on the earth, environmentally friendly, what have you. So I happen to have these that were in the van when I took them out. These were obviously shelving brackets, and these will be ideal to rivet to the inside of the van, and then I can attach the brackets where I need to, but they're too short. Now I've got 4 of these. I know the length I need, so I need to weld these together. So rather than buying another piece of wood to do it, or buying a piece of sheet metal and doing it that way, I'm going to do this because it's environmentally friendly and works better. Less waste, you know. And my wife does say I'm a bit of a hoarder for stuff, which she's not wrong. But never mind. So I know I need these 165 long. Okay. So what I'm going to do, because obviously these don't fit into, hang on, I'll bring you over here. These don't fit together as solidly as it should. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grind out the inside bit, and then it just leaves these 2 bits, which will then sit on there flush, weld that together, and then I've got an old school table, as you do, many people do obviously in their gardens. I've got an old school table that is due to be going to tip anyway, but it's got a metal frame. So put you down and pick you up again. As you can see there, I've got the frame ready. I'm going to cut the metal and run it along in the middle. Extra support, strong. Probably, definitely not needed, but at least then it's going to be a strong bracket, and that way no one's going to be laying it in the middle of the night and then a very rude awakening indeed. So I'm going to attempt this. This may go horribly wrong because I've never welded these 2 pieces of metal together, and I've never stick welded before. I've making TIG welded before, but not stick weld, so it's going to be interesting to say the least. Thankfully it's going to be covered up, so if the weld does look a bit like bird poop, you can see it. Or if it ends up looking like a hedgehog, because I've stuck the elements to them now. But that's what my trusty grinder's for. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So I start off welding this together, and unfortunately I didn't calibrate the welder to the right voltage either, so that was a ongoing battle while doing it. It's definitely a skill that I want to learn more about and get used to, so I'm going to practice more in my spare time on some spare bits of metal and really get the hang of it, because it's a lot different than a TIG welder or a MIG welder, but brilliant nonetheless. Look at this. As you can see, bird poop. And on this one I had the wattage up too high, and it burnt through the metal and started melting the metal bit. But it could, well, no, it couldn't be worse. It is a terrible job, but I started getting the hang of it over here and there. I'm going to have to practice with this welder a little bit more, because it's a handy bit of kit, but it takes some getting used to. It's definitely no MIG or TIG welder. So what I'm going to do now is weld this bit tack it there, and I'll probably do it square up to that and just, yeah, probably do it like that, square up to that, and then just run the bit down there, weld it to that, and then join it to there. Yeah. Oh God, it sometimes. Oh God, the light. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not. I am ashamed of that weld. Oh God, I need to practice. I need to practice. Yikes. Oh yeah, so this week's video is going to be cut short because builders have turned up and they're doing the roof, so my driveway is just filled with building supplies, and there's not much for them to do in conversion work there. Thankfully they are just about done, but as it falls on a Friday where they're just about done, not enough time to get any sort of video out, and I'd rather get something out on a Friday than nothing at all. So I will do my best to get some more recorded over the weekend. My welding bracket that I decided to do, I'm giving up on that because it looked so terrible and it was just pants. Oh, hello, pigeon. So what I've done, I've gone for some 18mm hardwood ply, and I'm going to use that to raise the bracket a bit higher. I've got some 18mm lying around, so I'll just use that. I was just trying to get fancy with a welder and it was an epic fail. So lesson learned, practice before you do it, because stick welding is a lot more difficult than MIG or TIG welding. So yeah, I'm not going to do that again anytime soon. Well, not officially. I'm going to be doing maybe some tester runs on some bits of metal I've got lying around just to get the hang of it, because yeah, oh God, that was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, so next week video we shall hopefully, fingers crossed, start getting the solar panel on the roof and starting the electrics, which is exciting. Yes. And a diesel heater. So I would have liked to have put the diesel heater in this week while I was waiting for the extra wool to turn up, but again, as I say, builders. So yes, I appreciate you all watching. If you could like, subscribe, find us on Facebook and follow us and share our page. We really appreciate it. All your support just means the world to us, and with more support and with more followers that we gain, we'll be able to do some more insane stuff eventually. Maybe a monster truck, which my boy is desperately waiting for me to do. So maybe we might end up doing the monster truck sooner than what I had expected, but who knows. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.